Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and thank you for tuning in to Canal Algérie's nightly news. On to the headlines. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, receives further congratulation messages from world leaders on the occasion of his re-election for a second term. The President of the Republic reiterates his will to fulfill the edification process of a triumphant Algeria. Algeria expresses its full support for Lebanon following the Zionist cyber attacks targeting the country, hit as well by a series of blasts. Ahead of the new school year, an innovation and technology fair opens to keep its sector's partners with the latest didactic developments. Welcome back. We begin with tonight's main story, where the President of the Federal Republic of Germany, Frank-Walter Steinmeier, congratulated the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, following his re-election for a second presidential term, wishing him all the success in implementing the reforms plans that he began to fulfill the aspirations of the Algerian people. The German President expressed to the President of the Republic the keenness of his country to continue intensifying bilateral relations in pivotal cooperation areas such as renewable energies, the Southern Hydrogen Corridor project, and other regional issues to promote the relations between both countries. In similar developments, the British Prime Minister Keir Starmer sent a congratulatory message to Abdelmajid Tebboune on the occasion of his re-election as President of the Republic. The text of the congratulatory message stated that the United Kingdom and Algeria have relations based on common priorities. So I look forward to closer cooperation in the future, given the potential of the two countries. I am also pleased to strengthen our trade relations, noting your desire to promote foreign direct investment as one of your economic priorities. The United Kingdom is ready to invest in Algeria and develop our trade exchanges. While I appreciate your experience in seeking security and stability in the Sahel, I am also keen to develop a strong strategy and share the challenges and work with you, wishing you every success in your second term, concluded the message. So begins the second term, and Algeria continues to move forward amid stability and security after the Algerian people renewed trust in the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, who took the oath before giving a speech in which he displayed his vision for a victorious Algeria, emphasizing raising the ceiling of ambitions with confidence and steadfastness. Man al-Maafa.
After being sworn in at the Palais des Nations for his re-election to a second term, President Abdelmajid Tebboune delivered a speech outlining his vision for the triumphant Algeria project, a slogan he embraced during his presidential campaign. His focus is on continuing the reforms initiated during his first term, as well as implementing key elements of his program over the next 5 years to elevate Algeria to the status of a developed nation across various sectors. One of the immediate priorities he emphasized is the launch of national dialogue and political consultations with all active national forces, in line with his commitment to true democracy. He also stressed the importance of strengthening the legitimacy of institutions and building the rule of law through national constitutional milestones. Among the key issues addressed by the President were improving economic performance and promoting both domestic and foreign investments. Highlighting the significant improvement in Algeria's investment climate, the President pledged to increase the number of investment projects to 20,000 during his second term. He reiterated his commitment to raise Algeria's GDP to $400 billion, positioning the Algerian economy among emerging economies. The objectives include achieving self-sufficiency in several strategic cores, reaching $15 billion in non-hydrocarbon exports, and creating 450,000 jobs for young people. In the housing sector, President Tebboune reaffirmed his pledge to build 2 million housing units of various types and definitely resolve the issue of underserved areas. Emphasizing his commitment to the social character of the state, the President reiterated his promise to protect the citizens' purchasing power by combating inflation, controlling prices, especially for essential goods, and decreasing allowances and wages, aiming for a 100% increase by the end of his term. He also pledged to raise retirement pensions to ensure a dignified life for retirees in recognition of their services to the nation.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs and the National Community Abroad, Ahmed Attaf, held a phone call with the Lebanese Minister of Foreign Affairs and Expatriates, Abdullah Bouhabib. Attaf reassured his counterpart of the full solidarity and support of Algeria to Lebanon, this brotherly country, in light of the difficult situation that the country is going through due to the incessant and recurring Zionist attacks on its security and stability. The minister additionally extended the condolences of Algeria to the Lebanese people and government following the Zionist cyber attack that targeted Lebanon and claimed many lives and left hundreds wounded. Algeria, in its capacity as a non-permanent member at the level of the Security Council, will continue its efforts and initiatives aiming to defend the positions, sovereignty, and vital interests of Lebanon following the Zionist escalation all around the region. In a related context, new explosions were recorded in Lebanon following a Zionist cyber attack that targeted the country. 9 people were killed in the detonation of several transmission devices and electronic tools held by members of Hezbollah. Dozens of wounded were also affected by these attacks, which left behind many civilian victims in a wave of panic. Upon the request of Lebanon, Algeria called for an urgent meeting of the UN Security Council to discuss this series of deadly explosions. EduTech is back for a 3rd edition. The fair discusses innovation in education and learning technologies, evoking the conversion possibilities to a digital era to the benefit of trainers and learners. More details with both Siham Rizzouk and Manal Maafa.
Rethinking learning in the digital age. It is with this vision that the EduTech Fair has, for the past 3 years, brought together all those who believe that technology can help address the new challenges of the digital landscape, serving both learners and educators. We have developed an application that offers internships in major public and private companies, both short and long term, benefiting graduates from universities and institutes across 58 provinces. A platform that provides an opportunity for research institutions and economic enterprises to explore cooperation possibilities and strengthen effective partnerships between the concerned parties, aiming to achieve complementarity between scientific research and economic needs, while also promoting youth entrepreneurship. This edition will allow stakeholders in the fields of education and learning to acknowledge technologies, digitization, the knowledge economy, and artificial intelligence to discover new innovations and develop skills. The 2024 edition aims to be richer and more diverse in terms of innovations and discussions on the future of educational and professional training in Algeria, particularly in terms of online learning.
The advisor to the President of the Republic in charge of the General Directorate of Communication, Canal supervised the installation of Adel Slakjiz, the head of the National Radio, succeeding Mohamed Baghali. The ceremony took place at the headquarters of the National Radio in the presence of the institution's executives. This while Mohamed Baghali was installed at the head of EPTV, or the National Television. His installation ceremony was also chaired by Kamal Sidi Said, the advisor to the President of the Republic in charge of the General Directorate of Communication, in the presence of the managing staff of EPTV. In other news, the UN General Assembly adopted a draft resolution urging the end of the Zionist occupation on the occupied Palestinian territories in the 12 months. The draft calls for sanctions against the occupier and following the opinion of the International Court of Justice last July on the Zionist occupation. As a reminder, the resolution is non-binding and the Security Council is largely paralyzed regarding this issue because of the veto of the United States to protect the Zionist occupation. At least 26 Palestinians were killed over the last 24 hours in Gaza by the incessant attacks of the Zionist army. The toll exceeded 41,000 in the Palestinian territory since the beginning of the Zionist aggression on October the 7th. On to the operational report of the People's National Army's activity in the past week. In the context of the fight against terrorism, detachments of the People's National Army arrested 7 support elements to terrorist groups during separate operations across the national territory. In the framework of the fight against organized crime, the continuation of the tireless efforts aimed at countering the scourge of drug trafficking in our country, combined detachments of the PNA intercepted in coordination with the different security services and operations across the military regions 53 3 drug traffickers and averted attempts to introduce 2 quintals and 32 kilograms of processed keef in addition to 3 kilograms of cocaine through the borders with Morocco, while 235,400 psychotropic tablets were seized. Detachments of the People's National Army arrested in Tamras, Portbaji Mukhtar, in Saleh, and Ingizam, and Ilizi 456 individuals and seized 22 vehicles, 203 generators, 184 jackhammers, 4 metal detectors, quantities of mixture of raw gold and stones, explosives, detonation tools, and other equipment used in illegal gold mining operations. On the other hand, 25 other individuals were arrested and 12 hunting rifles, 3 automatic pistols, 13,200 liters of fuel, as well as 236 tons of foodstuffs intended for smuggling and speculation were seized. Similarly, border guards thwarted at the level of our national coasts attempts at illegal immigration of 42 individuals aboard traditionally made boats, while 395 illegal immigrants of different nationalities were arrested across the national territory. And with that, we end tonight's bulletin. Thank you so much for watching. Be well.